I welcome each one of you to this section 1.3 of chapter 1, obviously. And this 1.3 is talking about competitive advantage and SWOT analysis. Let's understand how are we in a position to get competitive advantage, and what is the SWOT analysis, and how is it going to help us in the process of gaining competitive advantage. So what is the power of competitive advantage? The first thing we want to know. So if you have a competitive advantage, your revenues will be more, your market share will be higher, and you will be able to gain more for yourself, for the organization, for the fellow workers, for the investors. So this is the competitive advantage one will be having. And how can we gain that competitive advantage with the help of technology? We'll talk about it. So IT consumerization is happening, means everything is based on information technology. Consumer is expecting you to use technology, and consumer is technology centric. So the migration of consumer technology into enterprise IT environments is must. When consumer is expecting you to use technology, then you are left with no other option but to go for selection of technology, implementation of technology, adaptation of technology, and be technology relevant. Assume a courier company which is taking one packet from a point to another point is not in a position to offer you online tracking. Would you like to send your docket, your packet with the help of this courier company? Very simple. Nobody will like to send the document or the docket with the help of this company. So you have to do this. You are left with no other option. So it is caused by personally owned IT becoming a capable and cost-effective solution for expensive enterprise equivalents. In yesterday decades, in the large companies, they were in a position to offer a lot of things to the consumers. Why? Because they were working on the scale of economy. But now, because of technology, even a small organization is in a position to offer those benefits to the consumers. What is this competitive advantage? So competitive advantage may be gained with the help of three aspects, three things. So this is competitive advantage, and the first thing we are going to understand is agility. The second thing is responsiveness, and the third thing is flexibility. Let's understand one by one. Agility, responsiveness, and flexibility. What is this agility? Agility is flexibility, ability to respond according to the demand of external environment. This is something known as agility. The ability to respond quickly. Something happened in the market. Are you in a position to respond to that incident, that change immediately? Say, Jio launched a new package for its customers. Now, Vodafone, Airtel, and others are left with no other option but to launch that product in a competitive manner without losing a time. So their software, their system should be flexible enough. Agility, that is the ability to respond quickly. Am I in a position to do so? Am I in a position to launch the competitive package instantaneously? 5 p.m. Jio launched, 8 p.m. I also launched. This is the meaning of the agility. This agility can be attained only with the help of information systems. Then responsiveness. This responsiveness will depend upon the agility. Responsiveness means what? Capacity can be easily scaled up or down as needed. Whenever needed, you can keep on catering to many and more customers. But whenever needed, then you are in a position to reduce your capacity to cater to the customers. In this manner, you are also saving on cost. How is it happening? Say you have a server, web server. Now, whenever the inbound traffic is increasing, what does it mean? When you have millions and millions of browsers, visitors on your website, then in this server farm, lot of servers will get added to your server. Automatically, the capacity will be scaled up. But when there is a less traffic, visitors are less, then it will be scaled down. Now, so many servers are not working for you. So, power consumption, rentals, etc. are being saved. Same server, means huge computer, big computer, is catering to Indian customers when we have daytime here. You know, at that moment in America, we'll be having night. But when we are sleeping, India is sleeping, America is awake. So, American customers are being catered by the same server because there is no traffic from India. This is responsiveness, IT capability, which can be easily scaled up or down. Scale up or scale down. Then friends, the next thing, third is flexibility. Obviously, this is something connected to agility and responsiveness. What is this flexibility? Ability to quickly integrate new business functions or easily reconfigure software or application. What may happen? I am introducing a new package. I am introducing a new feature in the software. My software or my system should be agile enough, should be responsive enough, should be flexible enough to incorporate those changes and make those facilities available to the consumers. IT agility, flexibility and mobility are tightly interrelated. That's why I'm saying agility, responsiveness and flexibility is by and large dependent on each other, fully dependent on a organization's IT infrastructure and architecture. What is this infrastructure? You can right now understand like hardware, software, networking. What is this architecture? We'll talk about this architectural aspect later on in future chapters. This competitive advantage is a powerful thing. Obviously, a firm will like to have competitive advantage. But the challenge for us is that it depends upon the two things. One, industry structure and corporate profitability. This corporate profitability is nothing but being pressurized, one by industry structure and two by competitive advantage. How? Let's see what does it mean. Industry structure is something where we are in a position to understand the cost elements in that industry, pricing pattern of that industry, and on the basis of the two, we are in a position to understand the margins or the profits of that industry. This is something we right now refer to when we talk about the industry structure. An industry structure determines the range of profitability of the average competitor and can be very difficult to change. It can't be changed easily. I am having a petrol pump. Cost is fixed. Why? Because I am getting fuel from my company. Company will supply the fuel at a particular price. Selling price is fixed. Why? It is being determined by the government. Now, my expenses are the only variables on which I can work. So, industry structure is not allowing me to maneuver, to manage this profitability to a great extent. But if I talk about a restaurant, then at what price I am buying raw material is a different issue. My price structure is not being regulated by the government. The same bowl of dal may be offered by a restaurant for 100 rupees and the same bowl of dal may be offered by another restaurant at 800 rupees or 1000 rupees. Are you in a position to understand that this industry structure is in a position to allow you to work on profitability? So this is industry structure. And how are you in a position to get competitive advantage? So what is this competitive advantage? Rather, it's an edge that enables a company to outperform its average competitors. A lot of sellers are there, a lot of players are there. I am in a position to do better than them. Better than them means average. On an average, I am in a position to do better. Put together all the firms playing in that market, I am in a position to do better as compared to them. Competitive advantage can be sustained only by continuously pursuing new ways to compete. I assume that you are in a position to compete with others because you offer a lot of facilities to your customers, because you have cost advantage, you are buying at a lesser price, or you are running your operations in a very efficient manner. But others will also learn, and when they will learn, they will also start doing the same thing. So your competitive advantage will not remain competitive advantage over a period of time. So you have to be very careful, we have to be very careful, and we have to keep on innovating to maintain this competitive advantage. So this IT competitive advantage is generally short-lived. Now we are not only talking about competitive advantage in general, but we are talking about the IT competitive advantages. I'm using a technology. My competitors will be easily in a position to understand the technology which is being used by me. They will go for the same technology. Why? Because the vendors for that technology are available in the market. I can't stop them, and my competitor will be easily in a position to buy that technology, use that technology. So this is something related to competitive advantage gained by IT-enabled tools, IT-based competitive advantage. But mind it that it will be always short-lived. So you have to keep on innovating, you have to keep on using new technologies to maintain this competitive advantage. Friends, to understand this more, we use a tool which is known as SWOT analysis. On the basis of this SWOT analysis, what are we going to do? We are trying to gain edge over others. We are trying to gain competitive advantage. So what is this SWOT analysis? We try to understand four aspects, four things. One is the strengths. What may be a strength of a company? Reliable processes, agility, and motivated workforce. Okay, so I hope you understand. Reliable processes, my processes work and we are in a position to deliver whenever required. Agility, I can change, I can increase the number of service providers, facilities, I can reduce the number of service providers or facilities. Similarly, my workforce is highly motivated and they work well. Then the other thing is weakness. What may be this weakness? Lack of expertise. I am trying to do something in which I don't have expertise. I am new to this area. Competitors with better IT infrastructure, they are in a position to do a lot of things more efficiently than me. So this is my weakness. Then what are the opportunities? A developing market is opportunity. When the market is growing, when the industry is in a nascent stage, then it is an opportunity. You increase your market share. Ability to create a new market or a product. Your industry is maybe saturated at plateau, but what can you do? You can increase your revenues by introducing a new product altogether or by creating a new market entirely. So this is the opportunity. Then what is the threat? We have something known as threat also. It is price war or other fierce reaction by competitors and obsolescence. Whenever you are doing something, competitors are also doing the same thing. This is threat. Or very easily your products or the processes are getting old, obsolete. So this is also a threat. So in this manner, friends, on the basis of SWOT is strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Out of the 4, 2, that is strength and weakness, are internal, and opportunities and threats are external. So, understand the external environment, assess internal strength or the weakness, and now respond according to the needs, respond according to the capability. This is something known as power of competitive advantage. For this, we need to do strategic planning. What is this strategic planning? A series of processes in which an organization selects and arranges its business or services to keep organizations healthy or able to function even when unexpected events disrupt one or more of its businesses, markets, products or services. 4 things are there. 1, business. 2, market. 3, product. 4, services. I am offering a lot of things. So what may happen? One of the businesses may go down, or one of market may not respond in the same fashion as it used to respond, or I am offering few products. Now out of the few products, 1 or the 2 products are not selling, or my services are not being demanded by the consumers. So what should I do? I should do something so that my organization should keep on earning the same revenue without any disruption. Although some disruption has happened in one of the areas, but my organization is not that much affected by this. So this is something known as strategic planning. For this, we prepare something known as a strategy. What is this strategy then? This is a plan for how a business will achieve its mission, goals and objectives, including few things. Few questions are there, like what is long-term business direction? Where am I willing to go? 2, what is overall plan for developing resources? Obviously, if I want to get to my customers, I must have resources at my disposal. Now, what trade-offs are necessary? Where am I going to compromise? Trade-off means, am I in a position to compromise on discounts offered to the customers, or quality offered to the customers, or something else? And finally, how do we achieve competitive advantage over rivals in order to achieve or maximize the profitability? This has to be understood and handled properly.